I was just a slave, but every night I replaced the queen to sleep with Dragon King Blake. On the bed, I begged the king to mark me, make me one of his maids. He dismissed it.
You are nothing but a slave. To serve me is already your greatest honor.
I closed my eyes in despair. Everyone knows the king's deep affection for the queen, so the next day I pleaded with the ancient dragon lady, begged to mate with his eldest son, King Blake's dying brother.
Once you mate him, you will never be able to escape. You will guard his body until the end of your life.
I will never regret it. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the queen and King Blake's faces turn deathly pale. Blake came to Queen Kate's bedchamber again. The two nestled together under the lamplight, their breaths mingling, exchanging intimate words for a long time. Queen Kate, her face slightly flushed, rose to bathe. Before leaving, as usual, she extinguished all the lights in the palace. 10 minutes later, I pushed open the door and entered. The palace was dim, with only the lingering dragon breath remaining. Blake looked up and smiled.
Why so slow?
He reached out and pulled me into his arms.
Why are you so cold?
I stood outside for a while.
Actually, I had been standing outside the palace in only a single layer of clothing, just in case I needed to go in for Queen Kate, a night of turmoil. Before dawn, I left silently. Queen Kate was waiting for me in a side hall. I knelt down, enduring the aches and pains all over my body, and repeated Blake's words from the night before, word for word. Queen Kate's gaze fell on the marks on my neck, her expression slowly darkening. She didn't speak. She simply returned to the main hall. She quietly lay down beside King Blake. The Blake suddenly opened his eyes, his fingertip brushing a strand of her hair.
Going to see other dragons behind my back?
His tone was teasing. Queen Kate playfully slapped him. I lowered my head and withdrew. Queen Kate was extremely beautiful, but her dragon body was weak. Therefore, no one dared to form a bond with her. At the banquet, the Blake fell in love with her at first sight, publicly proposing marriage and welcoming her into the kingdom as his principal wife. They seemed to be deeply in love, a match made in heaven. As her attendant, I was genuinely happy for her. But on their wedding night, Queen Kate fainted on the bed. King Blake possessed a strong dragon nature, which Queen Kate simply couldn't withstand. For 3 nights in a row, the two were unable to truly consummate their union. Suddenly, Queen Kate became the laughingstock of the kingdom. In desperation, Queen Kate devised a plan. Every night when the lights are off, I'll replace her to sleep with King Blake. In the darkness, dragons rely solely on their aura. Of all her attendants, only I was most similar to her in figure and voice. More importantly, I can imitate her dragon breath. Queen Kate promised me just 3 years. Within 3 years, she will regain her dragon form. After 3 years, she will give me a sum of spirit stones so I can leave the kingdom. I am a born dragon, bound by a blood pact. The life and death of my clan are in her hands. I have no choice. 10 minutes later, Queen Kate and King Blake rose from the inner hall. I returned to my side room, quickly cleaned myself of the marks, and then went to the main hall to prepare breakfast. As soon as I stepped into the hall, King Blake's gaze fell upon me.
What are you wearing?
I didn't know how to respond for a moment and could only lower my head and purse my lips. Last night, he had lost control terribly. When his dragon nature surged, it never restrained itself. There were too many marks left on my body, which I could only cover with a high-necked robe. Queen Kate gently nudged him, her voice soft.
Your Majesty has forgotten? Charlotte has been silenced. He cannot speak.
I immediately lowered my head and nodded obediently. In the kingdom, everyone thought I was a lowly dragon descendant whose voice had been sealed. This was her order to me. It was also the shackles she had placed upon me. As long as I didn't speak, no one would suspect who my substitute was at night. King Blake raised an eyebrow slightly, as if he had become contracted. My body instantly. Last night, he was too ruthless. I was driven to the brink of suffocation, and in a moment of loss of control, I bit him hard. But to him, it was nothing more than flirting. He was King Blake, a veteran of countless battles, his body covered in old wounds. These marks meant nothing to him. I knelt down, forehead to the ground. My body was ice cold. I don't know how much time passed. A cup of scalding dragon breath tea was suddenly splashed on me. I shuddered slightly from the burn. The next instant, a slap landed heavily.
What do you think you are?